Funky. Hip hop.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Behind the bar. As you can tell from what is in front of me, we're about to get fucking crazy up in here. I decided that I wanted to do I drink a lot of Tree House. We know this. If you watch my channel, you know this. You know that last year on my top 10 beers, 2 of them were Tree House double IPAs. I mean, more than just that. I mean, Good Morning Stout. I mean, I love Tree House. So we're going to do a blind tasting this evening of 3 Tree House double IPAs. I was going to do 4, but I decided against it, Very Green being the one that I left out because I knew just off the top of my head I would be able to tell exactly which one was Very Green because it's very different from the other ones that I'm doing tonight. So I don't know what we're going to accomplish here, but we're going to see which ones I like the best. So we're going to do from my right to left, Haze. We're going to do King Julius, which for anybody that knows was in my top 3 at the end of the year last year. And we're going to do the newest of the group, Doppelganger. Doppelganger is kind of a mosaic dry hopped version of King Julius in that Alter Ego, which is the single IPA version of this, is a mosaic dry hopped version of Julius. So I will be honest up front, Doppelganger, I was initially going to do this completely blind on never having had Doppelganger. I got to have a little bit of it last night, not a lot, but a little. So I have had all 3 of these beers. I kind of wish I hadn't had any of them, but not really because I love them all and I'm glad I've drank them. But we're going to see if I can tell the difference between them, and this is the biggest battle beers. It's not really a battle beer. I'm just going to kind of rank them, see if I can match them up, and we'll have a little fun with it. So on the front of these glasses is a letter. I don't know what's what. I had a little help. Somebody poured as with all mine and gave me an answer key. So my buddy that's here and has been drinking with me tonight, this is the 3rd review of the night. And might as well get the craziest with it, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with A, which I think is over here. And then we'll go from right to left. And if I'm still in frame. And we'll obviously we can't do the way it looks. But up front, I'm going to get this out of the way. I always thank my buddy Leo for getting me cans. So Leo's responsible for these 2. And then my buddy Brad that actually helped me get Doppelganger, which I'm very appreciative of. So thank you both very much. But we're going to dive right in. Let's not puss around with this and let's see what we got. So A, don't know what the hell it looks like because it's high-tech setup, big budget here behind the bar. Aluminum foil covered glasses. So let's see what A smells like though. Oh, wow. Big tropical fruit aroma. I'm getting orange. I'm getting a little bit of pineapple, some mango, but then I'm getting actually some bitter aspects to this, some dankness. Yeah, this is big. This is big. Big nose on this. I love it. I mean, it's a Tree House beer. Of course, I'm going to love it. I will say up front, though, if I'm being completely honest, I do get a bit of dankness and blueberry in this. So, yeah. So dankness, blueberry, but then just tropical fruit bomb. And there's oranges, there's mangoes, there's peach. It's a delicious smelling beer. Delicious, delicious. So that's A. Yeah, we'll do smell and then we'll do taste. This video is going to take a while, so my apologies in advance. For B... Oh yeah, completely different. We're much more orange forward. We're much more. There's not as much dankness and bitterness. It's not even orange. It's mangoes. It's peaches. It's all of that. This is much more of a fruit bomb, whereas that one had a little bit more bitterness, a little bit more dankness. Freaking smell! This smells ridiculous. Killer, killer, killer! Wow. Yeah, no, that one's got much more orange, mango, grapefruit, some melon, just a killer smelling beer. So on to C. Am I doing these right? Yeah, on to C. Just different altogether. This one Smells a little bit more. Definitely, I mean, definitely got the fruit notes, the peach, orange. I'm getting a little bit more breadiness in this one. Maybe even a little bit more, even some more bready notes of this. ABV wise, let's see. So Doppelganger is 8.2. King Julius is 8.2. This is 8.2. This is going to be a pointless discussion. And 8.2. That's awesome. This one smells like it has a tad bit more alcohol in it to me, though. This smells great. Of the three, this is my, on the nose, the more subdued of the nose. It's not as in my face as the other ones, though. Yeah, no, killer. I mean, it's still a great nose, still a juice bomb, still got some good sweetness to it. It smells great. All three smell amazing. This would be my favorite of the three, as far as how they smell. And keep in mind, my numbers, my letters, and where the cans are, it doesn't match up. I have no idea what's what. So we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go ahead and dive in, see what A tastes like. Cheers. Oh yeah. Carried over from the nose. I mean, it's fruity. It's got some sweet berry notes, but it's definitely a little bit more dank than you get from a lot of Tree House beers. It's got orange aspects to it. It's got all of that for sure. But then it's got that great blueberry finish. So that hints anybody that knows where I'm going with this. That's fantastic. That's great. Let's go a little out of order here. I mean, I did ABC here. Let's switch it up. Let's go with C on this because I want to see what this tastes like. So we're gonna go with C. See what it tastes like. Oh, Jesus, that's fantastic. This one's a little thicker. Definitely has a little bit more carbonation. It's a little bit more fruit forward. That was a little bit more dank. This one is this one's, I was being videoed or something off camera. I don't know what was going on there, but this is what happens when you do something live. This isn't live, but whatever. The mouthfeel on this, the creaminess on this, the orange, the freaking tangerine, peach. This is fantastic. God, I love this beer. This is great. This is a little bit, I mean, just as we're going through this, and where I'm going to rank this, I like more than this. I like the nose on this better. It's a little bit more forward and a little bit more pop to it, but this overall is it's creamier. It's more, has a little bit more going on. I think that this is kind of like a 1 or 2 note beer to me, whereas this is a little bit more complex. You're getting a little bit more from the breadiness. The hop elements to it are much more complex. The C is fantastic. And then B, we're going to see what we think of this one. So let's dive in. I'm sorry. Creamy. It's creamy. It's very forward. It's very forward, but it's very balanced. It's everything I described on the nose with this one. It's oranges, it's mangoes, it's peaches. There's really no bitterness or anything to speak of. In fairness, before I let these all sit out 30 minutes before I even pop the cans, if not a little longer. They're the perfect temperature for Tree House beer. It gets a little, for people that think that, like, if you drink, a good example of that is Julius. If you drink Julius and you think it's bitter, it's because you drank it cold. Let it sit out for 20 to 30 minutes, and that beer completely changes and turns into the masterpiece that is the #1 rated IPA in the world. I still like green better. Team Green. Hashtag Team Green. But this beer is friggin' incredible. This is crazy good. It's crazy good. It is. everything I described. It's got a little bit of bitterness to it, not much though, and it's like you bit into a grapefruit and you get a little bit of that white like peel. It's a little bit of that, but not much. Just kind of on the finish. It finishes really clean, a little dry. This is killer. I think from front to back, this is the best flavor profile of any of these three. If I was going to rank them, I would go B to C to A. In which, mainly because I love the flavor of A. There's nothing bad about it. It's just kind of a, I'm going to be honest with you and you'll know exactly which one I think it is when I say it's kind of a Mosaic one-trick pony to me. As I feel like it's Big Brother beer, or Little Brother beer is. Where are we at? Oh, well, that makes it convenient. I only have to do this to see if I'm right. So I don't know if you can see. This is what I'm thinking. Thinking A is Doppelganger, B is Julius, and C is Haze. And I would put them in B is, if I'm right, King Julius. It's so flavorful, but yet so balanced, and such just a juice, amazing bomb. And then Haze is ridiculous. I mean, for their most commonly brewed double IPA, that beer is the only thing that keeps Haze for me. And I said this when I did my battle beers with it and Dinner, which is Dinner was one of my favorite beers. The nose on Dinner killed Haze. Like, it's just not as pungent as like King Julius and Green and a lot of those beers are. And then Doppelganger, I really enjoyed. Again, I don't even know if I'm right, but I'm assuming that it's just kind of I love the Mosaic notes of it. It's a great Mosaic beer. And I know that it has the elements of Julius to it, but in this version of it, the Mosaic just kind of overtakes everything. To me. I could be wrong, but to me, that's what I taste. So let's see if I'm right. A, Doppelganger. B, King Julius. And C, Haze. I was correct. Which I was a little worried about, because I kind of thought I'd be able to pick Doppelganger. I was worried about these two, but the nose is really what did it for me. On a flavor profile, they're actually kind of similar as far as how good they are. But they're killer beers. This was fun to do. It was fun to do. I like doing stuff like this from time to time, change it up a little bit. Let's see how they look. One last thing before we sign off and let everybody else, let my buddy drink some of these too. Haze looks like Haze. King Julius, a little darker, definitely hazier. I think the color is actually pretty similar, but it's a little thicker, so it looks darker on camera. And hopefully you can see the stuff that's off camera. Then Doppelganger actually looks almost identical to Haze. So, yeah, no, and I guess you couldn't see that. They look really close to each other. Leave me a little lighter with Haze, but yeah, this was a fun treehouse battle. I don't know why I felt the need to do it, but I felt the need to do it. I'm glad I left Very Green out, because it would have probably crushed all these beers, because I love green the best. But although I don't know, King Julius is insane. So yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. That was the point of this. I mean, that would be my order, but if you're gonna get any of these beers, trade for them, seek them out. I mean, Haze is going to be the easiest one to get probably because they brew it the most often, but it is freaking phenomenal. All these, I mean, you're talking about 3 of the best double IPAs in the world. I mean, there's not a big drop off when you get to see, I meing, because there's going to be people that probably prefer this over one of the others. Like, this is just, it's just me talking. So, once again, thanks to Leo and Brad for being able to make this happen. I'm lucky to be able to drink these beers. Glad I was able to share it with you and everybody else, and my friends here to be able to share these with me, because if not, if I drink all these and what we drank earlier, I'd be hammered. So that's glad we can do that. So anyways, we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for coming behind the bar. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and comments. Till next time, guys.